as we tried to arrive at the Congress headquarters, we saw very categorically lots of Congress workers who had been lined up. This is something, as per the script, as we had pointed out, there had been, message been sent that workers should come out in support of Rahul Gandhi, come out in support of the Gandhis ahead of this meeting. As we speak, visual opportunity is taking place of the Congress Working Committee, and really one will look forward to listen to Mrs. Gandhi, the Congress President, Sonia Gandhi, who usually breaks that normal script and starts that opening remarks and sets the agenda. Officially on the agenda, as we have been pointing out, is an early poll for the Congress presidential elections, which was slotted for August-September. That's going to be preponed by 2-3 months. But definitely the backdrop has been set. People from, state units have been reasserting their confidence in the Congress President, Sonia Gandhi, as well as Rahul Gandhi. From Jharkhand to various state units, we've seen even Mr. Ashok Gehlot come out in support of Rahul Gandhi. So it's of course clear that the Congress party does not want to make any changes. They've seen the results, and as I've been saying from this morning, it can't be business as usual. There have been people who said that they will raise their voice, however small it is, because they are outnumbered in that Congress Working Committee. It's filled with loyalists, filled with members, over 50 of them, Working Committee members who are also special invitees and permanent invitees. The Working Committee, of course, constitutes of only 20 members, but they will try to make their voice heard within the setup, but I doubt very much, unless, of course, Mrs. Gandhi, in her opening remarks, sets the tone for what is expected to be no more business as usual, which we will see in the next few minutes, if not hours.
All right. So all eyes and ears really to be tuned in to the fine print of Mrs. Gandhi's address to the committee. She's going to really set the tone of what to expect. But Sunil, has the seriousness of this meeting, of the significance of this committee in this meeting, been watered down by the fact that the party is yet to even take note of the Ashok Chavan panel report, which analysed reasons for their defeat in the previous elections in Kerala and West Bengal, which was back in May?
That's right. So nobody has seen that report. There was a panel of Mr. Ashok Chavan, Salman Khurshid, Manish Tiwari, and another member of parliament. And like that, we have seen also in 2014 the A.K. Anthony report, which has never really been discussed or delved and to go into the reasons for why they lost and did miserably in 2014. Then it was again, the same situation in 2019. And as we've been pointing out, election after elections, leader after leader, blue-eyed boys of Rahul Gandhi have been leaving the Congress party. People who used to back them, who became ministers during his regime, are now leaving and joining the BJP. So clearly there are people who are asking, how come your blue-eyed boys have left and we have continued to be there fighting till the last breath in our soul, they say. So it's in that backdrop that the stage has been set. People definitely, if you ask them, cutting across whether they are loyalists or whether they are dissenters, they make very, very serious points. For example, today, the bone of contention for them is on people like the AICC General Secretary in charge of organization, Mr. K.C. Venugopal, who was, by the way, if you are not aware, in 2019, the head of all screening committees of 543 constituencies. So he, along with him, Mr. Randeep Singh Surjewala, who they say could not even win an MLA seat in Haryana, even in a by-election, forget about a normal election. And then, of course, the anger goes on Ajay Makin, whom they fear has organized crowds now today outside the AICC, but can't win an MLA seat for the party in that state. So it's in that context, and who has been responsible, for example, to be the selections in Punjab, where the Congress has done miserably. So the list carries on, and you have to speak to them off the record, because they definitely don't want to speak and come out on record. They are definitely upset. They will wait for the outcome of the CWC before they finally decide to take the next course of action. But definitely for them, it's not business as usual. For them, They feel for the Congress party. They're hurt by the way things have taken place, and somebody needs to take accountability and must be held responsible for the present state of affairs.
All right.